Today I'm going to be taking a look at this mini gamepad from Ipega. I'll be finding out if it's any good and whether it's something I can use for retro gaming on my phone. So let's take a look. Let's go over a few technical details first. The battery capacity of this is only 130 milliamp hours, which is very small when compared with just about any other game controller. But then it's a tiny controller, so it's probably okay for its size. The battery is claimed to last 8 hours when in use and up to 30 days on standby, with a charging time of about 2 hours. Ipega also claimed that the controller works with a Nintendo Switch, PS3, Windows and Android. So let's take this out of the box and see what we get. Obviously there's the controller itself, there's also the manual, Chinese on one side and English on the other, a USB-A to micro USB charging cable, and somewhat bizarrely, a lanyard. The idea being that you attach the controller to one end and then wear this thing around your neck. Now let's get the obvious thing out of the way. This does not have any thumbsticks, and it's just got R1 and L1 shoulder buttons. There is no R2 or L2. Now clearly this is going to rule this out for modern systems, and in fact a number of PlayStation games and pretty much everything from the Dreamcast up. But it still leaves you with thousands of retro games that you can play, and that's exactly why I got this. It's perfect for Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, and a whole load of other consoles and handhelds. Like a lot of the Chinese controller manufacturers, Ipega have taken their inspiration from the Nintendo Switch. This is available in different colours. The green that I have, a yellow and a turquoise blue colour, all of which are roughly match the Switch colours. Surprisingly, it also has 6-axis motion sensing gyroscopic control, as well as vibration. However, something to be aware of is that if you're expecting to be able to take advantage of the vibration when using this controller for your retro gaming on Android, then you're going to be disappointed. 6-axis and vibration work on the Switch, but not Android, and the PC can also benefit from vibration, but to use the controller with a PC, you can't use it wirelessly, only wired. It all seems a bit all over the place, and while Switch owners get the full range of benefits that this controller has to offer, I'm not sure why anybody would use this with a Switch when there are so many other better options, such as the controls already built into the Switch Lites or the Joy-Cons for the Switch. There's an option to use this in wired mode with Android, and it's always nice to have options, but I can't see myself ever doing that. Carrying around a cable as well as this kind of defeats the point of having a tiny controller that I can take anywhere. It'd be just another thing to carry around. And if I did connect it up in wired mode, then the weight of the cable would be dragging on the controller, as the controller is so light. It'd just be weird and uncomfortable, and defeat the whole point of this thing. So what's the build quality and buttons like? Well, it's very light, but it certainly feels solid enough. The buttons are small but feel okay, and when pressed, they go down to a point where they are almost level with the shell, but thankfully not any further. The start and select buttons I find a little fiddly because of their size, and it feels like they have to be pushed right the way in. From just looking at the controller, one thing I don't like is the shoulder buttons. I'm not sure if it's because of the boxy nature of the controller, but the hinge or pivot point seems to be right in the corner, which means that if your fingers rest over the corner, then they just aren't going to be able to press the shoulder buttons in. The only way to press them in is by pushing down from directly above. I don't know how much that is going to be a problem. Pairing to Android is very straightforward. Just press the Y button and start at the same time. Then put your phone in pairing mode and select the Ipega PG9193 when it shows up. So let's take a look at how it performs in gameplay. I've tried it on a few systems, Game Boy, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, and I have to say it's been absolutely fine. It doesn't feel laggy, and certainly the A and B buttons have been solid and responsive. One thing that really surprised me though was the shoulder buttons that I expected to be horrible in gameplay. I've actually been perfectly okay. I was worried about either not pressing in the correct location for them to make contact, or it feeling really unnatural and uncomfortable to press them from directly above. The reality is that they've been absolutely okay, and I've been able to press them easily and without any discomfort. I'll admit I haven't had any long playing sessions with this, but from the time I have spent with it, it's been perfectly alright. Okay, to sum things up, for the $12 I spent on this, yep, that's right, $12, I think it's been an excellent purchase. For what I want it for, it's the perfect combination of price and performance. For just $12 and free postage, it's a no-brainer for something this good that you can slip in your pocket or bag and carry around with you to get a sneaky bit of gaming in on your lunch break or whatever. I've got a similar product I'll be reviewing very soon, so make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss seeing that.